aka GK Braylon. You can call me Glenda. And, well, anyway. Oh, I don't know. That's my trademark from what I'm told. What is this? North Korea attempts but fails, thank goodness, to launch missile dash South Korea. Well, everybody's trying to destroy everybody out there, but we're not out there, we're here. Hope you've had a good day. I mentioned, well, it'll come up later. And anyway, let's just start out with a good day. And if I see anything in the comments that I feel are worth mentioning, or that maybe like mentioned, I will do that. So, anyway, here we go. Okay, guys, let's hope this still has plenty of card. I need to order me some, because I don't know how many formats it can take. I haven't been saving the things on these cards except the ones that are on the first 16 gigabytes that I got. Anyway, I've been sorting beads. I have a long way to go, but I've been getting at least through the loose ones that I had on that plate. So my granddaughter had dug out all the pinks and put them on a plate. Actually, it was a combination of several shades of pink to some that were just, they were kind of red when you got them next to a red, and others were more purplish. Those are some colors that just have these variations. Well, and it's even like silver. I've got some that are silver, some that are more gunmetal, or a dull silver. I've got, So that's just kind of the way this came. And I think about it, and isn't that kind of the way all of us kind of came, just as we are? And there's an assortment of us. There's you, there's me, there's 1,000. And we all have our things, And I said yesterday, I want this to be a very safe place for people. And I do. And I have, I know some of you have anxiety and panic. And you don't let anybody make you feel like it isn't real, because it is very real. I've been there. I haven't had a full-blown panic attack in a long time. Minor anxiety attacks, but it's been years of me. I mean, I was first diagnosed in 95 or 96 as bipolar, and I'd been having anxiety attacks up to then, and it didn't just stop. So, it's something that you have to get the right medications, which takes a long time for some people, and also learn coping skills. And it also depends on what you're facing. Situations are. But anyway, I'm going to look up some physiological factors online and see just how they do affect us. I know heart rate goes up, blood pressure goes up. Some of us will feel a pressure or a bit of a pain in our chest. And it makes us feel like we're having a heart attack. And sometimes we'll think, oh, that's all it is, so we won't go get help. We can really, I've done it. But, if it doesn't, you need to have that intuitiveness, I guess. But until you're sure, get help. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to ever not get help. Get help. Anyway, but there's, you can look into the guidelines. I know I do this. I look off, is it like have I got a phobia of the lands? Maybe. I've never been real photogenic, at least not when I was growing up. not too much in my adulthood. So anyway, but yeah, beads can really give a lot of nice little analogies. And yeah, it's still bleeding. But not only that, I just want you to know that even though this is not a direct contact, if you need direct contact, you call a nurse, a hotline, somebody that is involved with that. Get into a chat with a professional online. They do have that now. I don't know. I need to find some sites, I guess. But being that I've got COPD, yeah, I mean, panic and anxiety just kind of goes along with that air hunger. Your body wants to fight for it, and that adrenaline goes up. And it doesn't matter, well, it helps that you know that panicking is not the best way to handle it. That panicking is just plain not good, but it's what your body does. But it's a matter of sometimes mind over matter doesn't immediately work. So, and if you're depressed, I think, I'm not an authority, but I think if you're depressed, or if you have something looming, you're more prone to panic. I mean, when my parents, when we first realized that they both had to go in the nursing home, I went through it, I guess, with each one of them when they had to go out, because I didn't want to face it. I was ready for it with Mom and her Alzheimer's, but I didn't like it. I didn't like that I couldn't control everything. I'm still that, I'm the oldest girl, and I'm that controlling nurse, and I'm also disabled. Or face it, I can do things, but I'm very limited, and so it's not like I was going to be able to go down there and sit beside Mom and hold her hand all the time. That's just not a possibility. Not and stay married. But anyway, when my dad went in, that was a shock. I mean, he had the first time he had a heart arrhythmia. It really got to me, because my dad's always been very healthy, except for sometimes with his kidneys and stuff. He used to get, kidney infections occasionally, and he's had a couple times with the prostate, but he's always had a really strong heart, and it's still really strong. It just gets out of rhythm sometimes. So, and then he gets a lot of breath, and just, having gone through that where they've actually had to shock his rhythm a couple of times, it's better that he not stay out at that farm. And he didn't want to get a place in town, as to live. You got to understand an old farmer. Oh, it's not just old farmers, but I know, but it's, my dad has been on that farm since he was a baby, practically. I mean, he doesn't remember when he lived with his grandparents, when he and his parents lived with his grandparents. And that's 80-some years ago. He's 87, so, and it was only about 2, 3 when they got the place where, we all call home. So anyway, I'm going to go so I can do a bit of research, and this, if it's getting too close to the end, my lips aren't going to match. So we'll see what happens. Anxiety or panic disorder, whichever you have, exhibits physiological symptoms. And yes, a lot of anxiety is due to the way you think. But I can't oversimplify it that way because, I mean, this needs to be addressed by a doctor, okay? I'm only simply coming here to say, don't judge somebody for the fact that they have an anxiety or a panic disorder. Follow their plan. I don't mean the plan they've, follow the plan. Hopefully they've got a professional. If they have a persistent, everybody has anxiety at some point. But often it's associated with depression or excessive worrying. What parent hasn't had anxiety? But when it stops you, or when some of the symptoms are your heart races, you get dizzy, you feel nauseous, you can't stop shaking, things like this. Okay, those are just a few symptoms. But it used to be fairly common for people to put down or belittle another's anxiety or panic. You're panicking, just cut it out, you're okay. That doesn't help. And people, the medical world is finally starting to realize that this is a physiological affected disorder. And I don't know that that's what they call it. That's the words I put to it because I needed something. But you're not alone, and you don't need to feel ashamed of having a panic attack or having an anxiety attack. There was times that I'd been taken to the hospital because I couldn't get under control. I would something would happen, I'd go right back into it. At that time, I was severely depressed. But the older you get, the more physical things that happen to your body. It does, it does happen as people age. Not everybody, but there is some say there is an increase generally within the general population of people who may not have had had an anxiety before and may have it as they get older. It's, sometimes kids are just anxious from the time they're little. I was kind of one of those, but anyway, I'm just so happy you can come here and talk to us about it. And we can say we care and we validate you. I am just so happy to be here, happy to be anywhere. And I am just so glad for you guys. You keep me going. You give me a reason, and that's a lot. So, I will see you mañana.